Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dilmer again, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to keep it very short and basically talk about what I'm going through right now in having to take so much from all the different projects and all the different things that I have going on in my life. And I know a lot of you are busy. I know a lot of you have day jobs, and you might be doing game development. You might have an idea and you want to find time, but you can't really, seem to be able to push yourself to do that. So I want to tell you first of all that I actually have gone through that. I've been there, and it is very difficult. I'm gonna agree. I don't really want to lie to you in any of these videos. I want to be as transparent as I can and share what I'm going through so that you know exactly what to expect and how to basically change some of those behaviors that you have adapt over so long. So a lot of people ask me, Dilmer, how do you force yourself? How do you, make your brain actually change to a way that, now you're waking up early in the morning, you're working out late, you're thinking about all these things, and at the same time, you're keeping your family happy. You're very successful in your day job. You're very, very successful in the other things that you're doing. So a lot of you know me. I have a YouTube channel. I have a game studio. I have an app studio. I have people working remotely in South America. I have, of course, my family, which I love, and it is very difficult. It's very very difficult to be doing all these things and then be thinking about, focusing on different areas. And the first thing and the most important tip that I will give you is you gotta do one thing at a time. So you might not think that I can do one thing at a time, but I actually can. So for instance, I can walk you through a morning for me. So on a regular morning like today, I would wake up at 4:30 a.m. and as soon as I wake up 4:30 a.m., I take basically a cup of coffee. I look at my project board. I look at what I need to do for the day. I need to look at what I did, what I did yesterday, what I have to do for the rest of the week. And I only spend about 2 to 3 minutes looking pretty quickly through my project board. Then once I know what I'm gonna be working on, so for instance, today I work on, creating a few videos. So I'm working on a video that I'm gonna be releasing tomorrow, and I'm working on a video that I'm gonna be releasing on the next day. And then that takes me about 30 minutes to do. So for two videos, it might take me 15 minutes each. And then that includes editing. And once I get that done, then I work on my game. So the next thing, okay, now I look at the project board for my game, and then I'm looking at things that I need to do for the next 2 hours. So and then what I'm gonna be working on the rest of the week. So I get that done. I work on the tasks, and then I move on to looking at the app studio. What things I need to do that I can do in 30 minutes to an hour, that I can actually add value to the studio. So I look at that, and then right after that, I look at social media, any content that I need to let everybody know about, any newsletters that I need to be sending out. So I do a lot in the morning, and the reason for that is because that's the moments that my mind is clear, that I can focus better. So mornings are great for that. That's the time of the day that I think I'm more productive. And right after that, I go to my day job. I spend time there, and then I get back home around 6 p.m. And I spend time with the kids. I spend some time with my wife. We go out, and right about 11 p.m. I spend at least 1 to 2 hours looking at what if I can work on the game. I work on the game, but everything that I'm doing right now, I broken down into tasks. And I always tell you this because I think is very important, is that if if you come up with an idea, what project you're gonna be working on, you gotta break it up into very very small tasks. And especially if you're a busy person, like I was telling you about what I do, then when you break up tasks that won't take you more than 1 to 2 hours, and you might say to me, well, Delmer, my tasks are very large, but I would disagree with being able to break down something. even if a task is very large, you can always break it down. It doesn't matter how complicated the task is, you can always break it down into very, very small pieces. You can, once you break it down and once you work in that mode, it's going to allow you to complete things faster. And the reason why I think it allows you to complete things faster is because you're seeing progress faster. So one thing that I'm going through right now is I'm trying to change the mentality of some of the people that work in my team right now, where they're telling me, Dilmer, I can't really get something done without without being completely polished, without having all the pieces in place. And I start asking them questions. Okay, so what is it that you're doing right now? Okay, and one of them said, okay, I'm working on the input manager. Well, what is the input manager gonna do? And they say, well, I need to have basically a touch control, a keyboard control. I need to have a different mode for augmented reality. And then I say, well, what if you break down that input manager into multiple pieces? Then in a way that you work on the touch piece first, then that will be one task. Then you work on the the keyboard control after that, and then you work on a toggle for the augmented reality piece. And even within those specific tasks, you can actually subdivide those tasks even into more different tasks. So the idea is that you're able to complete a lot more and push a lot more. If you're using source control, that's kind of the idea that I have in my mind. I know that a lot of people might work with features, but you can break those features into smaller features and then be able to push the code so the entire team can see those changes quicker, and then the integration process into the game goes much faster because you can actually start testing things quicker and you don't have to wait for an entire feature to be done. So in the example of the input manager, if it was going to take him 1 week to complete the input manager, but what if I would say, okay, Dilmer, I can actually get the touch piece of the input manager done, then he pushes those changes, I download the code, and then I can actually start testing the touch controls in the device. So the idea is breaking things up. It's what's going to allow you to finish things quicker. The other thing that I mentioned is waking up early in the morning. You have to build habits. You have to do that consistently, because I had a lot of times when I was doing it for, let's say I did it for a month or two, and then I changed my behavior where I was then working at nights, and I was getting demotivated because I wasn't actually consistent in the time when I was waking up, when I was working on different tasks. So consistency and then building habits is very important to me. And the other thing that I really think is very important is keeping up your board up to date. So if you're using a tool like Jira or like Trello, it might seem like it's not needed to move a task from in progress to done, but that to me is the motivation to keep going. It might sound strange, but as soon as I move a task from in progress to done, I really get motivated, because by the end of the week I can see, okay, how much did I complete? I completed 10 different tasks, and I can actually look at the game and look at the progress of the game. So that to me is, you're adding value, you're seeing progress, you're seeing things completed. So that's gonna help you, in your routine and in being able to tackle multiple tasks and working at one at a time, not multiple at the same time, but looking at, having visibility over everything that you're doing. So I know I talk a lot about different things in this video, but I really want you to understand that, even if you have a lot of things going on in your life, you can do it all. You can do a lot of things. You just have to, be able to manage your project really well, breaking down those stories into multiple tasks, into manageable tasks that don't take too long, and then try to basically spread that knowledge across your team members, letting them know what your expectations are, letting them know how you work, and then at the end of the day, you have to manage that project. It is you, the leader of the project, that is going to make that project successful. Don't rely on other people to do what you're supposed to be doing, even though you're getting a lot of help. If if it's your game idea, if you're the one that is leading the project, it is your responsibility for making that game idea a reality. So thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share this video. Thank you, guys.